see Colt McCoy and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Off play action. McCoy. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
2nd down and goal. McCoy. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the... Off the bootleg, McCoy. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. McCoy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Off the play fake. McCoy. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
McCoy's throw complete to McBride. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, McCoy. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Looking to throw. McCoy, the quick slant caught. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Operating from the gun. McCoy, that's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC offense. Here's Jake Camarda now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. McCoy's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Down at the 2. Broke through. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's complete to McBride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The final shot before break. McCoy goes right back to McBride. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Off-play action. McCoy. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McCoy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Off-play action. McCoy delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Off the play fake. McCoy. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Steven Anderson. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run behind center with Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The throw right sideline here is complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. This is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Now on now is the punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McCoy able to get this one to McBride. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On first down, McCoy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. And he's got it. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Here's a handoff to Connor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
From the 38, McCoy. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Off-play action. McCoy. Throwing the out route and complete. That's McBride. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On the handoff, Connor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it'll be Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. From the 4 now, third and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. So it's a win here for the Cardinals, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, this was a clinic in how to throw the football. Somehow, he wound up with only 2 touchdown passes despite throwing for over 400 yards. But his impact, it loomed large in this one.
So for the Cards, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And
it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons versus Colt McCoy and the Arizona Cardinals.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's McCoy. And his first look is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down. A tough season for them to this point, and here's part of the reason why. You see the injuries have left them shorthanded in prior weeks, and that's the case again here in this one.
Brandon, great teams can overcome injuries and keep their seasons on track, but sometimes even the great teams have injuries that are just too numerous, or they affect the wrong group of guys, the guys who actually lead their ball club, and it's just tough to get past them. This team struggling with that.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something.
Now McCoy. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy on the slant. DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run here with counter. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. McCoy got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. McCoy. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Connor. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fielded at the 43. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. First here this afternoon. And here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. On first and 10 is Counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Connor going to get it again on second down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, McCoy. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Right?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On first and 10, McCoy able to get this one to McBride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A final shot before break. McCoy. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
First down, McCoy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one return. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on first down. McCoy. That's complete to McBride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This is Connor running right. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun on third down. McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They go play action here on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
This will be caught by Brown. Looking to throw again on second down. McCoy. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On first and 10, McCoy. And he's got his man on the out route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, McCoy. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Off the play fake. McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. McCoy to Connor on the check down. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On first down, McCoy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, McCoy. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Colt McCoy and the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling them, focus on guys getting ready to play, even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
Back to throw again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. McCoy's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. First carry for James Conner. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Throwing on 1st down. McCoy. Screen pass to Conner. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. On the draw, Conner. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. On the draw, Conner. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him 3 yards and a fresh. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead gets in there to drop him for a loss of 3. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well. And McCoy loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. McCoy looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. To throw again on second down. McCoy. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to run with Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports half. Hey, we get it, no time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Off play action. McCoy. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. McCoy, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. McCoy, he finds his man, complete. It's McBride. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's short. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9. McCoy. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 1st and 10, McCoy. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
To throw on 2nd and 10, McCoy. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCoy. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Back now here in Santa Clara. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 7 yards there and a first down. And now they're in the hurry up. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down and 4, McCoy. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they're going to speed things up here. Connor going to get it again on second down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Off the play fake, McCoy. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be... Now McCoy. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. It's complete to Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He'll look to throw. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Cardinals, they get a Week 18 victory to make that final mark a bit more palatable at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss means